Abusia yamakwa abasronko so eba POG Media. Ene yade meko highway ne so highway ne de ensem bebre wo so a yen so yagye pene se yebe me abedwafo no nso no ahu de eko ene de eba na dan na eko so ewo highway ne so. Eye A.Markins na ode ensem bebre bi ekoto Speaker of Parliament nim Bagbin and somehow or the koto nanim no anye Bagbin de na Juma Bagbin edi A.Markins no anye Juma ketua as you see ano A.Markins on a majority leader of parliament. At first na it was Chhǎ0s na you see ano A.Markins you see ano by no I say wama ne homene so bi the Omubeka Biano, the Speaker of Parliament Beka Biano, Omumfan Yasam, Entino, Siciano, Speaker of Parliament, and so no, Bepimne, Omumbi Parliament in Tum Emma Montana, say, or more cast in the other way, and after your markings, Epa, one panachokra, all tre, say, Speaker of Parliament, Oman and Imbrana, who's nature say, Omonstati, or Nomonco Parliament. Now, wait, and I back bambe, actually, my friend, shut up, and you're now bet them, dear menu. Untumi nkyerɛ me de monye sɛ ye pass law bia na mo ne mo MPP mpanyinfo no muntie ensɛm a me Speaker of Parliament no me ka akyerɛ mo na de mo pɛ na mo ye me nso me pɛ na me first ye mbra na ye betena ase ɛwɔ Parliament me pɛ nso a me mfrɛ nti no abangbangbe no ɔno ɔte akyiri na ɔhwɛ ɔmo sɛ me power na ekura me ne de obia ntumi nkyerɛ me hwee na Parliament no ye mfrɛ ne ne mfrɛ ne kyerɛ nti wo A.Markins no kone kope baabi tina na monfa mahoma so enko na monfa se meme se yembie parliament ne ntum enti monko Supreme Court na monko ka enho asem bo ho Kevin Taylor aba edin nsem bebre aba betudwa afa ho yebe pese yebe me abedwafo no be me akọ na yakọ akotie ensem a ekọ na answer na yebe kono o ensem kan bi afa hye your comment section like na share ma afofro so answer intumi enka bi aha POG Media.
Now, you see a parliament. Majority leader A.Markins petitions parliament. A speaker, Bagbin, for urgent recall of parliament. You see A.Markins. Sa kwana wakwaji obi yire also defended a pedophile no. A.Markins na Dr. Nyahota Moklokas or a Kromfo, a whole sitting MP and a leader in parliament, or the MPP, or negotiated. A.Markins is a criminal. A.Markins, he sends thugs in the name of national security to go after 3-year-old kids. Such a disease, a filthy human being. Kromfo and in Ghana, also a Freemason or a Catholic. Nitranu nyina shape tan Jimmy. He stands in parliament and he thinks parliament is court. And that's already yeah. And because you for omuko ejoso na omuko di wi ko je seat no omu di wi MPP ni Jimmy. Omuko ejoso na omu se ni onama santifo di bi Jimmy. Omu di wi ko da omu ekoji vote no. And waba say Alban Bagbin omu ka kire ne say ombe bie parliament. Adena eye A.Markins MPP. Adamu go Supreme Court. I thought you could order the Speaker of Parliament. You can force the court to order Alban Bagbin. Because therefore, me say cooperation is dead. And the biggest mistake the NPP made was to make such a ruthless, stupid, ignorant idiot like A.Markins the leader of NPP. I'm telling you, very, very, very arrogant. He reacts to things like a pig. He is like a kid. And so I did to fear him. Jimmy. And people like that, how can you compare A.Markins to Osei-Mensah-Bonsu? As much as Osei-Mensah-Bonsu, I never liked a lot of things he did. He is smarter and intelligent than this comedian. The way Osei-Mensah-Bonsu, even his back when it's on the wall, he knows how to negotiate, meet people halfway. That is somebody who at least, where Jimmy Krano on him, how to reach out. This A.Markins, why is it Jimmy? Bibiano Tietim, Bibiano Kasa, Bibiana is Adena. Why don't you go to the Supreme Court and instruct the court to instruct Alban Bagbin to come to Parliament? And more. That is why we have every single day a branch being autonomous. Asemiaba eye parliament namu mu Jimmy moko madam ho yanko madam media maye some percent Alban Bagbin ebie parliament. I thought you can force the court to force him to open parliament. Such a foolish idiot. And then Nyoman Kosunyina Jimmy Nintra. We are stuck in Ghana today because of that Jimmy. Because Yanko pass a law, almost Yanko parliament, Yanko court. Today, parliament, technically under MPP, parliament cannot be autonomous. Parliament cannot make its own laws. A chile adien see parliament, not Jimmy way say Yanko court. A chile BB and see parliament, not Jimmy way or see Yanko court. Now, and the court parliament in Bia, Monko Madam Toko no way. Now, only be a parliament in Mamwe. Such foolish old men. You people get small power. Filthy minds. Politics in tea. You cannot think beyond partisan politics. This is A.Markins. So I want to tell Ghanaians to say, we should not take these clowns serious. Today you are telling the Speaker of Parliament, I thought you people were going to write to the court and go to court and force and force Alban Bagbin. And force Alban Bagbin to do what? Force Alban Bagbin to open court. And Madam Tokonu, Mama me ultimately nyamamo. Because we were here. And the parliament, Eshemra. Yakasa yenina yedi your representatives ako parliament. Yashemra say yendi Emma Akuffo enimran so enkwasiafo asema wo afenyoma kene NPP for enkwasiafo more parliament. You can't compel Akuffo to accept anti-LGBT bill as High Court sacks NDC boys. Yashemra parliament. There are laws for Akuffo to follow. Sa agove we to Jubilee House or say onye ejimi for catch the Ghana for say yenko court. Because mokwa Madam Toko no bejima hye ntumem na mudi mu Jimmy hyem na ende no mo pese mu bie parliament a mo ko Madam Toko no way na fichiri case no na ono amba tinem na mo bie parliament na Jimmy for. This is what we do in Ghana. This foolish MPP leadership they select what they think is good for them. I thought you people are so powerful. I thought you, the majority, you can go to court and get anything that you want. Because you have been able to go to court to stop the anti-LGBTQ bill. And you stood in parliament and foolishly made it look like, say, Akuffo and Nyankopon, we cannot instruct Akuffo to do what the constitution is demanding of him. So if we cannot do it, foolish men, go to Supreme Court and go and tell your mother at the Supreme Court to come and open the parliament for you people to work. A Jimmy 4. No respect for the law. You think everything should be your way. You think Ghana for Jim such a amount to me. So you want to do things all your way. It does not work like that. You are working with individuals. You are working with Impenifo. You are working with the law. You have to stick with the law. Now Jimmy for Nanko Bia the Opedo Nyanka Ghana and Kabedruha. Huh? So A.Markins, if you people can tell Akuffo to do what you want, then I think you people can tell the court to do what you people want. And my advice to you, comedians, is that simply go to the court and tell the court to force the Speaker of Parliament to open Parliament. The court no power to force Alban Bagbin to open Parliament. Because we are still here. And we are asking the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice, when is she going to call the last guy case? Yeah, the anti-LGBT case, a court, bill, no, a court, Madam Toko no on free case, no. And so A.Markins kwasi ampenyi pesi be parliament. What kind of disrespect is that? What kind of foolish disrespect is that? Near to Ghana, Ubi and Pessoa Bibia. Yeah, the anti-LGBTQ case. Yeah, the bill, mob drag the the last guy was paying with Edako Gina court. Emma Madam Toko no Akataso. And Otaso, also a Christo ni. Osrano Central International Central Gospel Channel Tonium. Madam Toko no anti-LGBTQ case no. On the status of the case no. The Chief Justice says she's not going to give a date. The case is still sitting there in the Supreme Court. And you foolish idiot who took the case to the Supreme Court, you are now forcing Parliament to open. Go and tell Madam Tokonu to finish the Delaskai case. The anti-LGBT bill case, let her open the case. Why? All this while she can't visit the case? What kind of foolish leadership in Parliament is this? You people act as if you act as if say every other person who is not with you is a fool. That is how you people, your impression of governance. Your impression, how this is how you create governance in your head. That that's not how we build a nation. We are all waiting for the Chief Justice to call the last case because Alban Bagbin led that bill. He followed through the constitutional rules and regulations. He did everything right to get it to the president. It's in Kwasiafo, you've told the president to take it to court. Go. Yabasi shed your power or Ghana. You people think Ghana is for you people. You people think say Jimmy, Ghana, mamo. So disrespect everyone. And you take a clown like A.Markins, foolishly speaks foolishly, and he thinks to say, this is a guy who went before the General Legal Council, begging them not to take away his license. He took criminals to go and attack young kids. He called somebody on phone, threatening somebody in court. Such a filthy human being. Sit there and say, I'm the leader of the NPP. Every day you want things to be on your way. Every day, you took the anti-LGBTQ, Alban Bagbin, as an elder, as somebody when he came to parliament, fools like you were not born. Today, because of greed and power, because of foolishness of some of us Ghanaians, because of some of our constituents who are stupid and don't think, you people today are in parliament, pretending or behaving as if you are intelligent. The man sat on his ass to sit through the process. The argument was made. He allowed the left and right to make the argument. He then followed through the process. Now it gets to the president in Kwasiafo. You told the president to make somebody take the case to Supreme Court. You A.Markins, the last guy works at your law firm, a dirty man like you. The last guy, or the anti-LGBTQ, Supreme Court, you A.Markins, that guy works in your law firm. Such a filthy human being. Then you go keep the case there. And Madam Tokonu, and the twist so. And what done Wabakacha Alban Bagbin said, that respect that the president and you clowns showed him, he should come and open parliament for you to come and exhibit your dirty asses and pretend as if you know grammar than white man. Foolish men and women. Go and open parliament. Go to Supreme Court and tell the woman to come and open parliament for you. Power, one day. Hey. You can be in power for 50 years. One day. Monkey go market. Na oseche mensa busu. Onim se emre bi beba. Na parliament. Enyo on the team Emma MPP. Na oseche mensa busu onim. Oya santini ba o. Ne wofa ene de £700 eti MPP. Wo afenyo market. Oye anwonani aboa. Wo kura de wo ya aboa kura momo. Omekun se kotre. John Kuma Kroya this year, John Kuma, you couldn't say kutre. Now, they'll poison you like a rat. Omuyanye ready mountra because they want you to do the dirty job for them. And they sit behind and laugh at you because someone say, wait, Jimmy, onya this yo, wo offer, and you're on a chichiri MPP. Omo offer, no chichiri MPP, you almost in chain. Now, they will poison you like a rat. When the time comes, they will show you your level. Now, Shadia, and they are sorry, you see SML 736, good timing. If you like, do fin. Do fin. That was with Jim fucking. Do 15. Alban Bagbin will not come. If you are a man, you are a big man, do 15. Nobody can do 15. Alban Bagbin said, you're a bear man or MPP, no, you should do 15. Nobody can do 15. No 15. MPP 4. If you are men and women, do 15. Oh, Alban Bagbin, I go crow, Bobetuma Chiramo Kafia. Or Chiramo Kafia. Or Chiramo say, Onyansa, and your opinion. Or Chiramo Kafia. Or Statia Juma, we don't quasi have be Munko politics. Or some Munko Supreme Court, Namoko Kanchamo Mame. Namo Mame maybe Parliament in Mamo, Namu Jimmy home. And if you're a man, say 15. Free. Now, this is the action. I heard that they said the Deputy Attorney General says the Chief Justice will not call the case until next year. Yeah, Miss Egoto. Yeah, we did this one the last time. But we will keep this next time and hit it in Koto. Now, yes, sorry, Ende. Mamen can be being Ghana for 2 years ago. And I'm a story we had a catcher must say. A year the NPA, National Petroleum Authority, about 60 a year OMCs, oil marketing companies, almost the Ghana over $600 to $800 million. Maybe a list TMA of companies are almost the Ghana through the NPA over $600 million. Emma Bechremo chart no ubia a car or day. Now, after that, and a GRE Barbontene. Remember, that was the time Anami insisted said the Auditor General and the Ghana Revenue Authority, they should publish the names of the OMCs. Omode Ghana ka, because the way Omode Ghana ka ni say, when the BDCs, bulk distribution companies, so omode oil ni bedrua, na OMCs, our filling stations na wo Ghana's na omotun ton petrol diesel no, omakutu. Na between time omoko tunuo eye de depot ede kwa akọ omoko akọ tunuo eye port wono ede kwa akodru eye omo depot no, that business no, that chain no, because the NPA and the GRE and the finance ministry no, they failed to work effectively no, we made a lot of losses. There were cars and not trucks omo betam eye oil na. They don't pay the right charges before they take the oil out. And at the end of the day, Krampono, oil, they call this particular station, they don't even take the right oil there. And that chain, even though na a GRA and manage that chain, because bulk oil ne be drew. Na say a year 84 ne bar. And was a GRA ne say, send your fa oil no. Omu di ediako ediagu ka mu ni nyina no ewo taxes a ewo so mutua ansa na akodru omu fuel station ho enti sa operation the work of Ghana Revenue Authority omu ne the GRE omu ne the MPA they collaborate and then the other agencies to make sure say Ghana so yetumi age yemfa so every this particular chain nim ansa na oil na market no. Now adikudi a yebedi Ghana ka emeka OMCs for the birthday Ghana over 600 million and say na GRA that work they were doing, they were not efficient. So you could see say there were a lot of OMCs who were draining the country. Even though the GRA was working, the GRA were not efficient enough. So all that the GRA was supposed to do was to be efficient because the system was already there. And all that they had to do was to take out politics and make sure that the system that has been set, they work effectively. Senka GRA for working effectively in collaboration with MPR. Anka OMCs will not be doing what? Will not be ripping Ghana off to the tune of over $600 million. And the whole thing was that small chain, picking the oil, going through the process and leaving to air depot, that chain was supposed to be effective. And systems had been put in place. And yes, systems had been put in place. But what was happening was that the NPA and the GRA and the finance ministry, they were working with their colleagues and friends, and they were forcing them to, or they were helping them to skip the process. So people were lifting their oil without paying taxes to the government of Ghana. And then a compile ya and I say a pile up I could do me bet you list what I say almost 60 OMCs. Mr. S, do you have the list here? Get me the list. Almost 60 OMCs, oil marketing companies, were owing Ghana $600 million. Now, instead of the GRA to sit down with the NPA and the Ministry of Finance to make sure that the system that is already there, they take politics out and make it efficient. Remember, the system wasn't there. The system was there, but they were not using the system because they were allowing their friends to do what? To get away with murder. Thank you, Mr. S. Let me show this to the people before I move forward. So, if you remember, when you go on our website, you will see the story right now. It is there. My main function. And sana maba and the SML assembly is not what you see. Now, see this. My main clear way first. Now, I need to get it here to show you. Now, here, when you go on loudsilencenews.com, we publish this story. And I keep telling Ghanaians, follow the news, follow the facts. And because ikuta fact we always get the facts right because agenda against anybody is to save this nation. Now, when you go on loudsilencenews.com, you will see this story. Thank you, team. Thank you for pulling this out. We published this story after I did a scandal, the NPA-GRA scandal. Mokai story way. We published this story, and on 10th of December 2021 on loudsilencenews.com, I did the whole scandal, and I made you know, say, these people, the NPA and the GRA, they have connived to rig Ghana off. But if they decide to make the system work, nobody can rip Ghana off. It be catch them say, these companies, these OMCs, these companies, may the less than 60 OMCs. I'm putting the two on the screen. I published this list and I'm and I'm saying this amount is what is happening. The GRA and the MPA are letting these people steal this money, change their names. So all that they were supposed to do was to be rigid, was to make sure the systems that have been put in place at the port was working, but they were not making it work, but the systems were there. So we published the story all the way in 2021, 4 years in it, 3 years in it, 2024. We published it December 10th. And I'm catching them said, this is what is happening there. And these are the companies that are owing Ghana. Ever since the Auditor General did not publish these names. The MPA boss, Mustafa Hamid, did not publish. GRA did not publish. They covered the names up. And they told Ghanaians nothing is happening. Now GRA Rebecca said they have made losses. And that they have to work to make sure the system works. And when I say boy and nim lines are a friend Azuri. Eba Rebecca Ghana for say, oh, he has gone to uncover some rot. Azuri. Or why story no about because he call for me lazy. Ghanaian journalists majority are lazy people. Oh yeah. Yatiana Azuri by what the story be about SML. Ya momo contract be omu wia Ghana sika. Fine. Yatia and I story ne by make sure where the story started. And nunti ma GRA for contract SML. Into SML na GRA for say omko contract almost say omumbeye juma no. It was for SML to come and make sure that the job they were doing already no SML and Sambe say juma no. That is all. What GRA SML. Your system or that. And I make one some says a GRA ma system ni juma. We will recruit or we will go back and get our revenues back. GRA and this government through Oforiata and Akuffo Addo. Instead of them to make GRA do this job, no, they created a company called SML. And almost say SML, no, embed the same job. Now it was a GRA to make sure say revenue now you lose it. So basically, the job that GRA was supposed to do, which the system was put in place for them to do, which they neglected in doing, no, NPP Akuffo Addo create a company. And now a replica of the same worker. It was a GRA and omudi CISO. Inti ete say asemna na meka na eye original Manchester United jersey. And I'm a catcher say this original jersey, no, we have to make sure say jersey, no, every detail you're making sure say jersey the original and yakoto original besiwo. Now jersey no one was saying original jersey na sebio o sha was say if you too much. I was say logos perfect na I was say the bian man confirm say original jersey no. Yenia yen jersey no. Yani ani abobo jersey na gudem it in confirm po nim say original jersey. Now obi beka kire ye say ye hiase ye be jersey no na ya manfo hu say original Manchester United fans no. What we did was that ye koto replica a set original jersey no and ye be share original jersey ne so. Enti in our eyes no or on the layman's eyes no the original jersey na ye adwuma nanso na ye replica no and e gbe adwuma no. Enti adwuma na nka o se GRA ye dada eda ho no omo koye SML company and omo de be si so and omo ka se SML mum no and ebe boa ama generate sa revenue no abra system has been put in place it could have generated its own revenue through GRA. Enti GRA system na ho no and omo create company omo de si so and omo se company ni na eye adwuma no but in the same sense no GRA is working beneath it and the company is getting paid for no work done. What you say? So, sir, if you didn't know how to GRD Juma, sir, set up all the GRA and MPA they have to do is to take out politics and let it be effective, efficient. Akuffo ne Oforia Tamone MPP for no. What they did was that Sam Fidiana GRD Juma no, San Yomana was a boy Juma no, omu creative company no be see super pepe. And I'm because company way there. Omu juma di omu di nyina say sa eye activity na e man kofo be fa oil a e be fa system ntua na omu de ko free no sa SML no e ba beye ejuma no se ne be ya nkofo wie sika enso say ejuma no e wase no GRA ye ne dada into what SML GRA ska issue na eye ejuma GRA ye ne dada e na Akuffo do mu create company no mu di si so e na company no e gi sika no e na GRA wase e ye ejuma no so they were doing no job getting paid and GRA was still being inefficient. And GRA system wasn't working. How were they able to generate this list? Say we lost $600 million. How were they able to generate it in the first place before they brought in SML? Because if you didn't have a system there, you wouldn't be able to put a list together to say these OMCs have ripped Ghana off. It means there was a system, but the system wasn't effective. The system wasn't working, and people deliberately did not make the system work. So they had the system there, they knew the companies that were owing, but they just wanted to brush it away, create a new company to come and take the money. Into GRA was here, onye juma, any of the SML abeguswa onye shi, and at the end of the day, no, SML GRA samba, and a yeti omuka without doing any job. Because till date, the GRA has not come out to say they don't have system in place to be able to stop this canker. They have not been able to say that. That means GRA is still equipped enough to do the same job as SML. So what motivated the bringing in of SML was just loot and share. They created SML, they looted us, and they've shared the money. Now, as some way and they say, hey, right now that the rot has been uncovered. So now the president was forced to put together an independent auditing firm to audit the whole process. And an auditing firm no audit SML GRA. And on the report no come Akuffo. Nana de danko Akuffo commander of the GRA any SML any KPMG so munyan collaborating no munya sa report audit no Akuffo 2 million. The constitution is us. Nana de danko Akuffo enye yenia onyobia or ya bo bi no nenam ho. So and Akuffo taking any action as the executive, he's taking it in our name. Every decision Akuffo takes as the president, he's taking in the name of the citizenry. He is taking in the name of us. Okojilo na dimu. So Oko make his speech dimu. Ghana is not Akuffo's bona fide property. We have given Akuffo the power to represent us. Into Akuffo does not have the power to take any rights from us. Now, Akuffo instructing KPMG to put together an audit and come give to him. It is technically we Ghanaians telling KPMG to work for us, because the money we are paying KPMG as an auditing firm is not coming from Akuffo's pocket. It is coming from the taxpayer. And it's a KPMG. We the taxpayers, including that dwarf Akuffo, we are entitled to the report. It's factual. To read this to you before we move forward. It's always important that we use all these things to back our case. Now, this is what the Constitution says. You read the Constitution about Akuffo's power and the powers. This is what the Constitution says. Supremacy of the Constitution. The sovereignty of Ghana resides in the people of Ghana, in whose name and for whose welfare the powers of the government are to be exercised in the manner and within the limits laid down in this constitution. So the supremacy of the constitution, and the power is us. We are the power. The power is the Akufo. And into the Akufo koji loan, aban koji loan, omonka say MPP loan, omonka say Akufo loan. And almost say we are coming to take this loan in the name of Ghana. Into the Constitution makes it clear. The Constitution states it clearly that we are the people. We actually give the power to Akufo. So when Akufo acts, he acts in our favor. He acts through our power. So Akufo is not God. Akufo does not work in a vacuum. We are the people who are paying for this audit. It is the taxpayers' money, and they need to KPMG to do this audit. So when KPMG, they are done with the audit, it is wise or it is reasonable for we Ghanaians as a people, as citizens, to get access to the report. That's all. If even say Akufo say on for report, in the public space on Tungwa, every single Ghanaian has a representation in parliament. There is somebody representing you and I in parliament. So it is right for Nana Addo Akufo to hand over the report to parliament. When the Akufo hands over the report to Alban Bagbin, he has handed the report over to us. Because the parliamentarians there, each of them is representing a Ghanaian. So at this point, when the majority in parliament are parliamentarians, are name MPP for, yes, sorry, and na Akufo the report na bedin insano. Ghana for say unpublish NDC for your press conference. And all that they were asking for was simple. Mr. President, the report you have received, you received it in the name of Ghana. Share it with us. That's all. The NDC had a press conference. And I'm catching we are saying and say, your president, I instructed say, yeah, auditing my yeah, auditing you in the Sika and a Ghana for Sika auditing firm. No, Mr. President, share the auditing with us as a people. Na yin king kind. Adia chinya, afe your marking Jimmy way. Erade yangobo. Afe your marking say, on any MPP form or parliament to say. Majority in parliament reject demands for release of full KPMG report and rubbishes call for prosecution of persons involved in the GRASML deal. Nana Addo Akufo the J report no. So report will be a default, will be in default. It is us to see. Nana Addo Akufo ajia to default. Yes, yate. Ya pesi ye huni nyina de tuam. Afenyoma kene MPP majority ni say, Yane Ghana for ye Jimmy, why are we demanding for the report? And when I say this guy is an idiot.
The contract initially suffered some setbacks at PPA, where on 3 occasions, PPA, through its enhanced due diligence, had challenges with it and declined approval. But whilst that is a fact, it is also a fact that the GRA and its board took steps to rationalize these and address the concerns made, and subsequently sent back the document in 2020 for PPA ratification, which ratification was duly approved somewhere in August. So clearly, whereas GRA was compelled to proceed on the principle of necessity to raise revenue for government to address the leakages, it was also mindful of the need to comply with law and therefore took steps to act accordingly. This is also a fact on record. We've become aware again that some civil society organizations and, of course, our friends in the opposition are raising issue of constitutional breach and statutory breaches. It is important to remind them that the Section 33 of the PFM Act, upon which they mount their argument, is really not applicable in this case. Reason being that although this is a multi-year agreement, I shall proceed to read the Section 33 of Act 921, which is the PFM Act. Quote, a covered entity shall not enter into any agreement with a financial commitment that binds the government for more than one financial year, or that results in a contingent liability, except where the financial commitment or the contingent liability A is with the prior.
Shhǔt, it will be answer. So if you won't, into the no can you say a simple question that NDC foka report the moment you heard YouTube. Because from what the president himself said, one, the SML guys did not get parliamentary approval. There was some procurement breaches. So it means the whole deal was illegal. And when president take us a yenchum, na presidency yenchum, you say you who all reporting him. Now mamenka bibinchro. Do you know what they are doing? Sa SML no, e Akuffo modia. E euphoria tamodia. Now this is the trick they want to play. They are forcing Bagbin to come back to parliament and open parliament. Mamen short trick, you know. Now they know they have a slim majority in parliament. What they are going to do, they are going to put this before parliament and force a motion that we should vote on it to say, SML, contract, that contract, we should allow it to go on, or whatever way they want it to go. Now, what is going to happen? And they say the NDC opposition, they will all say no. But then the NPP majority plus the independents for Menanino, they will all vote yes. Now, because of their numbers in parliament, they will be able to get this particular deal through. Now, the moment it happens that way, when there's a change in government, now so Obia our parliament be raise any issue about SML, they will go on news file and say, na any NDC for na parliament and G2. That is why they are forcing Bagbin to open parliament. The moment they push this thing through parliament, they will tell Akuffo to release the statement. Because the Akuffo releases audits, the auditor report, or release it after they do what they do in parliament, it does not matter again. Because their defense will be that yani NDC for the parliament even though NDC now working out, they will say parliament, so they will go and give to the news outlets and tell them parliament has admitted this bill. Parliament, but they are not going to say the NPP majority. No, what they are going to do is anytime they get the opportunity to sit on TV, every time they get the opportunity to sit on TV, they will say, we in parliament, we approved this. Into the reason why they are saying Alban Bagbin may be a parliament or maybe a parliament, you know, says see, I don't know more minority because not a juicy seat no munyan kaya. Almost a kaya and almost person Alban Bagbin ba. No more better parliament because almost one person advantage. Into SMLD we always have to remember you cheer SM of $1 billion and over dollars. On my JD. Till date, we don't know who and who owns SML. In the audit report, we will know who and who are the owners of SML. And they know that it belongs to Akuffo, Oforiata, it belongs to Bamti, it belongs to Ebusiano. So what they want to do now, and they say, they want to force Parliament to admit it. The moment Parliament admit it, they'll give it to Joy, they'll give it to City, and the caption will be, Ghana Parliament approves SML deal. Now what happens, and they say, when there's a change in government, now say, and this Libya raise issue, now because, hey, in California, Parliament, and ended the almost enye. That is why they are pushing for Parliament. And they don't want Akuffo to release the audit report. These people are criminals. The SML company now Akuffo. Now, how difficult is this? That yenina krum and you say, Mr. President, yeah, audit their bro. My read be. What is the grammar about this? If there's transparency in Ghana, what article is what kind of article do you want to use to defend this? This is the most simplest thing. Opposition said, Mr. President, because of transparency, you ordered KPMG in our name to prepare a report. It is ready. My detailed report that it means there's something in there you don't want us to know. And this should even tell you, say, these people calling themselves MPP, they are criminals. Over 1.6 billion cities. 1.6 billion new Ghana cities. We have given it to Akuffo and his family. And TV so about article. This is not complicated. This is the most easiest thing. Give us the report and let us read it. And then talk on anything. Give us the report and let us all read the report and see what is in there. And also, Article 68, verses 18, chapter 12. We say a report and your person kind or we reform. So you're Ghana in a Kosala is all to about MPP or ya boa. We ya church much to own say SML way after 3 years. I better now so. Time and yes, our story. Nanko for me show who did matem. On say ende it has come back. These people are fools, me. Myself, my team, the people on my TV, we all, our interest in answer, Ubenya Obrapabo, Ubenya Omaya, Impenifona, Omudu, no Omokano Kure, Omutumachi Kruma Wato. NPP is bad news. Shenanigans Omuyana, almost say Alban Bagbin Brano, Akuffo kuta report, no, or person personal parliament, and will release it. So, ye. NDC for the sorry P no mon kwaka 137 no ye be giatum omu wi because ye ni NDC for akopase no makogina asantumemu aka kire mo say MPP NDC for the one kenkan omu jimi saa hu ni bodam ni we afenyo makin kwasiade asantefo no de ne ye no me I'll always tell you the truth. It's exactly 8:06 p.m. US East Coast time. It's definitely 12:06 in Ghana. It's a Friday. You can go out and hang out. On Monday we will meet and discuss Ghana. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. Be good. God bless you. God bless me. It's been a fruitful one. Inshallah, we shall meet on Monday. Be good and cheers. Didim.
Abusua wene ensema ekoso ewo highway ne so eye abang Bagbin ena ablaste Ǎňgř Kevin Akobedu Taylor ede ehonsem ebreye na yabere abidjafo asesa omje pene kokoti sa audio we emaye aha POG Media. Megamase.